What is up, y'all? I am back on my Love Island shit for the next 10 to 15 minutes to discuss last night's episode 2 of season 7 of Love Island USA. A lot went down. We had the new people enter, we had someone leave abruptly. And I want to say before we start that I am staying far, far away from social media in general, but especially when it comes to this show. I don't want anyone else's opinions to influence mine. Last season, social media blew up because the show blew up. And so, yeah, I just want to give my own opinion. So, I didn't realize coming into this season that the cast was so controversial, um, and that Yulissa was going to get kicked off the show for being a racist hoe. So, yeah, Yulissa is off the show because apparently she was saying some really racist things on podcasts and then came on the show and decided to kiss two black men. And sure, 3 out of 5 of her options were black men. But the way she acts outside the show to come on the show and do that, I don't know. I didn't like her. She was definitely one of my least faves in the premiere. So, not sad to see her go. And she got the abrupt exit that she deserved. That leaves Ace single, which is just fine with him because Ace continues to be like a kid in a candy shop with all the women on this season. Ace wants to try every single flavor. And on one hand, that is what they are there for. But when Ace says that he is there to find love, every time he says that, I don't believe him. He's just young and looking to get around the house. So still not feeling Ace, and I am judging him because of his age. I just think that it is because of his age. The main I'm going to talk about everybody, but the main topic I do want to talk about is Huda and Jeremiah because I'm on the fence with how I feel about these two. And it's mostly because it's just so early in the season. And I understand initial attraction. Don't get me wrong. And I think they are two people who are very much attracted to each other. But the attraction that they have for each other is making them very clingy right away. And I'm just seeing signs from the two of them that I don't necessarily like. It is very awkward to me when it comes to Huda and Jeremiah. And I think by the end of the episode, it got on Olandria's nerves because Huda was doing the most. I just want all of the cast, like I talked about yesterday, to be themselves. And while I do think Huda and Jeremiah are being themselves, and I get that they want to make it known that they are very much into each other. Jeremiah started this on the premiere when he didn't want Yulissa to kiss him and made her kiss him on the cheek so that he can make it known that Huda was the girl he wanted. And I found that endearing in the premiere, and I still think it was. But now I feel like either they're putting on a show and playing the game, or they already have some jealousy issues going on. And I think by the end of the episode, I was leaning more towards that it is very much jealousy issues with Huda and Jeremiah. We'll circle back to this because I also do want to discuss Olandria and Taylor because at the end of the premiere, Olandria did secretly go on and kiss Ace. And so she was woman about it and admitted it to Taylor so that he didn't have to play a guessing game. I mean, the odds of it coming out were because she told the women it was probably going to happen anyway. So she needed to tell Taylor that. Taylor took it very well, But then by the end of the episode, because the new girl's in there, Sierra, he's one of the people that step away. And all the men except Jeremiah did step away for Sierra. Now, Sierra and Charlie, I keep wanting to call him Charles, I guess, just because he's British and I'm just being like American and want to call him the royal family names. But Charlie and Sierra did enter the game. They got to choose a person each to go away with and spend some time with overnight. Sierra chose Nick, and Nick was very much into that. And how could he not be? Because Nick has been stuck with Bella, who spells her name so stupidly, and won't let anyone kiss her. Which I'm still happy she's sticking to her morals or whatever. It's just I don't know how she's gonna get through this show and have people interested in her when all the other girls are more than happy to find what they want and give the guys far more attention than Bella, who spells her name stupidly, is going to do. So, of course, Nick wants to embrace Sierra, who is more than happy to kiss him again. He had a kiss from her in the secret kissing game. And then when they spent some time together, he got to kiss her again. So they are on the level. And while all these other guys are showing a little bit of interest in her too, it's definitely well, Jeremiah couldn't because Huda was watching it happen. And that was some of the jealousy issues I was talking about. When Jeremiah is pulled away to have a conversation with Sierra, he's being watched like a hawk by Huda. And then when Huda wants to pull him away, he goes walking away with her just like that, already looking a little whipped, but it's a mutual whipped thing between Jeremiah and Huda. As for Charlie, he seemed to really enjoy his kiss with Chelley. I'm not getting that she enjoyed the kiss even half as much as he did because he he chose her to go away with, and all the girls got to raise their hands if they wanted a possibility to be with the new guy. Chelley was not one of the people that raised her hand. So she seems to like she's stuck with Austin, and I can't tell if they're actually into each other. Austin has been playing it off as like he's fine with the way things stand, but I think he's starting to realize that maybe he should play the field as well. But the thing is, nobody actually wants to play the field with Austin. I am not getting that any other girl in there is vibing with Austin at all. So it's not like Austin is just sitting by Chelley because he is totally into her. I think he doesn't have a choice. Nobody is in to Austin. But I can't really understand why Chelley is standing by him so much. I feel like she is just biding her time until maybe she and Ace can circle back to each other. I don't think that's going to work out for her either because like I said, he's like a kid in the candy store. He's just the youngest guy in there wanting a little taste of everyone. So I felt as though Chelley and Charlie did have some mutual chemistry, certainly more than I see between Chelley and Austin. So I am just very much confused why Chelley didn't choose the possibility of being with Charlie. I was just very much confused like by that. Like I said though, all of the guys except for Jeremiah, when they had the option to step out and have Sierra possibly pick them, they all did. And Sierra's definitely a cute girl. She serves great face. Although I think all the girls look good. Uh, Plastic surgery aside, I still think they all do look good facially. Honestly, the guys too. Well, one of them kind of looks like a a baby chicken that was just born. I'm talking about Austin. He can be a little struggle. He's kind of a butter face or a butt his face. Um, but I don't know if necessarily all the guys actually wanted to be chosen by Sierra, or if they just feel like some of the girls that they're with are were kissing people in the secret kiss game. So let's just make it known that we are also wanting to play the field a little bit here too. It's still so early in the game, and that's also where the tension came between Orlandria and Huda, because Huda was being over the top about how she loved that Jeremiah stood beside her and then all the other men didn't, and she was trying to tell all the other girls that they deserve men, not boys. And the other girls weren't bothered by this because they are not in this early, weird, jealous relationship that Huda and Jeremiah might already be falling into. So that is why Orlandria got upset with Huda, trying to tell her, we're not as upset as you're acting. So I'm glad Huda got called out on that. I still do like Huda, but she was being overdramatic because it's so early. If this were to happen later in the season, when all the other girls were catching feelings too, sure. But it just came across as like fake uproar from Huda while also being able to sit there besides her guy. And I'm not convinced that any other girls are actually jealous of Huda and Jeremiah's close relationship because, like I've been saying, it's giving weird, it's giving toxic, it's giving we're already jealous after 2 days. It's kind of a lot. So yes, they're there to find love. And even I, like I said, I'm on the fence about it because I find Ace to be doing a little too much because he is so young, wanting to have all the flavors. But Huda and Jeremiah are also just I'm not it was just the jealousy was coming across to me, and that can just cause bigger issues down the line, which I'm still not expecting Jeremiah to be upset that she has a kid, but I could be very wrong about that. But the way that they're acting together right now, that won't be the thing that tears them apart. It's going to be if one of them actually does want to explore, the other one's going to have a cow. Hello, Kaiwan. I will be talking about Beyond the Gates later, probably not for another hour or an hour and a half, though. This is the end of my Love Island video today. I will hopefully be back tomorrow to talk about episode 3, which should be airing soon on Peacock.